Catholics around the world are preparing to say a final farewell to Pope Francis. Rafael Romo joins us from Rome now, where mourners are paying their final respects. And we are about to see centuries worth of tradition play out before our eyes, Rafael.
That is right, Cynthia. And St. Peter's Basilica, right behind me, is now closed to the public, and the casket of Pope Francis has been sealed. The Basilica closed its doors to the public shortly after 6 p.m. local time.
It was the final viewing day for mourners saying goodbye to Pope Francis, his body lying in state before the altar of St. Peter's Basilica. As they filed slowly past, Vatican officials urged the crowd to put their phones away and stop taking selfies. This after a number of people were seen holding their phones up while at the casket. For most visitors, however, the moment was kept peaceful and respectful.
It's a beautiful church, and there's a priest inside that gives you a blessing, and it's just such reverency, and it's very moving.
The doors to St. Peter's have now been closed to the public, and cardinals have conducted the formal rite of closing his coffin. In his will, released by the Vatican, Pope Francis asked that his tomb be, quote, simple, buried in the earth, not kept upon a traditional pedestal. It'll be located a few miles outside Vatican City at Santa Maria Maggiore Basilica.
He feels at home here. He stopped here before and after every trip that he took overseas. So I think this is close to his heart.
His single wooden casket differs from those of many previous popes, who had 3 coffins made of cypress, lead, and oak or elm.
He said he wanted a ceremony of a pastor, not as a king.
His will describes having a plain marker without decoration, inscribed with only a name, Franciscus. A humble resting place for a pope whose legacy will endure generations.
Reaching out to people on the peripheries, inviting people, meeting them where they are, and trying to walk with them on their journey of faith.
And Cynthia, much of Pope Francis' funeral will be held outside in St. Peter's Square. When the ceremony is over, a procession will take the Pope's body, through the heart of Rome to the Basilica of Santa Maria Maggiore. Cynthia, now back to you.
Now, Rafael, leaders from around the world are starting to arrive for the funeral. Can you tell us what the setup is like for such a large and significant event?
Yeah, it's a very good question, Cynthia. Well, the Vatican has released a 10-page provisional list of all the international delegations expected to attend Pope Francis' funeral on Saturday. So far, it includes 160 government and religious delegations from countries including the Pope's native Argentina, Italy, of course, France, Germany, and Spain. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky will be here, but we already know Vladimir Putin is not coming. President Donald Trump will be among the heads of state attending the ceremonies. Cynthia?
Thank you very much, Rafael. And that is Rafael Romo joining us from Rome.